Ken is buying stuff from Bobby.
Oh, some snacks?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you think he can get one more snack, and then do you think we could clean up and we can go pack your hospital bag?
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you think we should put in there?
A Brave Gun snacks, the Buzzy.
Oh, the Buzzy so it can vibrate?
Yeah, and the cream.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which Brave Gun do you think you're going to pick today?
Pink Lion.
Pink Lion today? Are you going to bring any other ones? Like a new one?
Kids to watch.
That new one? That'll be fun. Okay, ready to go get packed up?
Yeah.
There are so many things that go into getting ready for an appointment or a procedure. We try to think of everything that we possibly can to make her appointments and procedures as painless and as happy as they can possibly be for her. They're hard for her, so if there are little things that we can do, like packing gowns that she gets a choice in what she wears or feels like she has some more privacy, we want to try to do whatever we can to make things not as tough for her. There were so many things that Give Kids the World did to make our trip easy. One huge thing that made the trip so much less stressful for us was Evie uses this vest and this machine every single day, multiple times a day, and it is hard to travel with. It is very, very fragile, and Give Kids the World had this machine waiting for us. So the only piece that we had to bring was Everly's vest, and then they had the machine and the tube to be able to give her respiratory therapy there. All we had to do was change this. And traveling with so many medications and devices is hard and stressful. And then the idea of that it could potentially break as you're traveling is scary, because if it's broken, she needs that treatment. I'm not really sure what we would do. And so the fact that we didn't have to bring this with and they had that there for us gave us a lot of peace of mind while we were traveling, which made that part so much more enjoyable.
I was born with a heart that had some wrong things in it, and so my heart needed some extra help. I've had 3 open heart surgeries.
We found out at 32 weeks pregnant that Everly had a bunch of problems in her heart. We knew that she was going to need at least 1 open heart surgery within about her first week of being born, but when she was born, the doctors were able to see that there were quite a few other problems, and that meant that there were going to be quite a few open heart surgeries in her lifetime. So finding out at 32 weeks gave us enough time to find the right hospital, the right heart team, and have a plan in place so that I could be induced and she could come into the world safely and have people ready to swoop her away and take care of her and get her ready for that first open heart surgery at 3 days old.
Are there a lot of 7th grade kids that have sisters like yours?
No.
No? What's different about your sister?
That she has a hole in her heart.
And when did you learn about that?
When she was born. Well, before she was born, really.
And when you learned about that at that time, how'd that make you feel?
I was scared. I didn't know what was going to happen.
She had 3 before her first birthday and had several other procedures before she was 1, and then she's had several others since then. Her heart is always going to need more repairs. It's never fixed. It's kind of like a little Band-Aid. So we know that her heart right now is starting to not do so well, and that the surgeons are going to have to go back in and do some work to help give us some more time. Finding out that she got a wish was bittersweet. I don't think you ever think that this is what your child is going to be like, or their life is going to be like. When you have a baby, you hope that they're going to be happy and healthy and have an easy, peaceful life. And, going through big medical procedures is hard and unfortunately painful and scary for them. And so when your child gets a wish, it's great because you're so happy that your child is going to get something that they want to do, and people are going to make it so special for them and such a memorable moment. But you also wish that your kid wasn't going through all of those things that made them qualify for that wish.
Tell me about Give Kids the World Village. What was that like for you?
I got games every day. And when I first got there, there was a big thing of fidgets. And there was a guitar inflatable. And there was a lot of different stuff there. Like there was dinosaur mini golf. We all got splashed by it, by spit, and my mom got the most wet.
It was amazing. It was like once in a lifetime experience. It was like so cool with with all the activities there, like the Legos, the golfing, the mini golf, like the game room. All of it was really fun.
What was special about it besides all the games and such?
It got us like away from the house and like made us like feel like a family, and like got everybody's head off of like all like the medical stuff.
Getting to the village was incredible. I don't think we totally knew what to expect, and it surpassed anything we could have even dreamed of. It was peaceful and beautiful and so clean, which is something that you think about when you have a medically complex child. You're always like, how clean is it going to be? That makes a difference. But on top of that, there was just this feeling of like warmth and happiness and safety and just like overall peacefulness.
This is the one I want to wear.
We found Brave gowns before Everly's first open heart surgery, and obviously she didn't really know what a gown was when she was 9 months old, but her brother did. When I was pregnant with Everly, Jack had a minor When I was pregnant with Everly, Jack had a minor ear surgery, and he had to wear a hospital gown, and he was not a happy 5-year-old. He was unhappy that it opened up in the back. People could see his underpants. He was not pleased. And when we found Brave gowns, they closed down the side. That gives kids privacy. There are so many snaps. It allows for wires and tubes to connect in different ways than a traditional gown. So we were thrilled, and we worked with the founder to make a size that was small enough for her. Because a lot of time in the hospital, babies are either wearing a gown that's huge, or they're just having blankets on, or it's hard to keep them dressed. And for parents, I think it's nice when your child is wearing something that looks a little more normal. But more importantly, when her brother came to visit, there were a lot of tubes and lots coming out of her. I mean, I don't think that we even knew as parents what to expect when she came out of surgery the first time. That's scary for a 5 or 6-year-old child to see their sibling connected to all that. And Brave gowns covers that up with a unicorn, or in Everly's case, her first gown was pictures of our family. And as Ev got older, now she gets to pick which gown she wants to wear. And I think that choice is important for kids. I also think she feels better. You know, when you get up in the morning and you get ready and you get to pick what you want to wear, I think that makes a difference in your mental health.
My Brave gowns, I have to make a Give Kids the World one. And it says Give Kids the World. And I have a lot of Brave gowns. I even have doll Brave gowns.
Why are your Brave gowns special to you?
I wear them every day I go to the doctor.
Do they make you feel comfortable?
Yes, and there's buttons, so I unhook them for the echoes.
Having a Give Kids the World Brave gown, I think, is a nice distraction for her when she's in the hospital or at an appointment having an infusion or a blood draw. You know, some of those things that she doesn't like, but she knows she has to do to stay healthy. She can think about those really great times that we had, and the nurses and the doctors talk to her about it, and that's a welcome distraction as well. I think that what makes it so important for people to give back or to learn about different foundations and organizations is that the people who use those foundations are in the trenches. They're treading water. When somebody else has thought like, oh my gosh, we've made this village and there's somewhere for kids like Everly to go, that's not something that we can even be thinking about, because we're trying to figure out what dose our medicine is at. Did she gain weight? Do we need to change that dosing? What time did we give this last? There's so many other things to be thinking about it. So the fact that somebody else thought about it and created it, now that we have had such a great experience, we want to give that to other families.
I felt like she was a normal kid when we were there.
Why is that?
Because she was like surrounded by like all kids like her, and that like made her feel like she like belonged there.
What advice and words of wisdom can you give to her?
Just don't give up.
What about your mom and dad, who's been there since the beginning with you and her? What would you say to them?
Don't stop believing.
We are really, really grateful that we had that time and that Everly has those memories. It was so nice that somebody thought about kids like her, because there are so many more kids than you realize that are going through such tough times. And the fact that they dedicated their time and life to create it, and then all the people who work there and volunteer there, they really are making such a big difference for kids like Everly. And she talks about it all the time. She looks at the photo album all the time. It wasn't just a week. And, you know, it's something that she can take with her. Her heart journey is not over. Her health is not miraculously better because she had some open heart surgeries. After the next one, there's still going to be more coming. But things like memories, like core memories, she's building those. And I think we just are really, really grateful that we had that time together as a family and that breath of fresh air. And I think it rejuvenated us to continue her fight and try to figure out how she could get in a better, more stable place.